close. Both those guys are getting into that braking zone, but look at his, Chase Elliott pulls out of that inner loop, puts a great distance on him. Truex, who was gaining earlier in the carousel, doesn't seem to have that same strength as they go out of the carousel.
Yeah, Chase is using the mistakes of the past to help him right now. Think about the races that he's not been able to close out. He learned from those mistakes. Can he finish it off? It's only 5 to go. Interesting thing, though, as these two guys are trying to step up their speed, they've actually slowed down. They were 3rd and 4th fastest, not 1st and 2nd that last lap.
Well, this is the Chase Elliott the fans have been rooting for. This is the guy they expect to see on the racetrack, trying to close out his first win, trying to not make a mistake. Rick, hoping there's enough fuel left in that 9, left in that 78 to complete the last 4 laps.
That's the question right now. Does he have enough Tiger in the tank to make it all the way to the checkered flag? I don't think he's worried about fuel right now. He's got bigger fish to fry. And that biggest one of them all is Martin Truex Jr. Perfect laps for Chase Elliott as we head down to the checkers here at Watkins Glen International.
Still the same distance. Truex unable to gain as they go into the braking zone. Look at that 9 car turn into the inner loop. Incredible how they're using the curves and how those cars are working so well in that part of the racetrack. Chase gets a wide arc into the carousel, gets him a good drive off. Let's see what kind of runoff he gets here. Looks great to me.
Yeah, great run by Chase Elliott, doing a really good job. He's got to work with some lap traffic that's coming up. He's going to have to time it right to not catch that lap traffic in front of him in the wrong place. That could be a huge roll coming down here into turn 1, is finding a way to get to that lap traffic in the proper place.
Coming up on 3 laps to go, Chase Elliott having enough fuel, completely out of their mind now. These two are racing for the win. They're giving everything they have. Diving into turn number 1, the gap now 1 car length. The 78 of Martin Truex Jr. has closed the gap, fighting for that lead.
The talk all season long has been about the big 3. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, and Martin Truex Jr. Chase Elliott's trying to steal the thunder this afternoon in Watkins Glen. The battle for the lead, now separated by 2 car lengths on the backstretch.
Here they come back into the inner loop. The son of a legend trying to make a name for himself. Jumping over them curves. Both cars entering hard. Using all the curves. Chase again stretches just a little bit. Maybe a car length through the inner loop. Through the exit of the inner loop. Through the carousel, Martin closes in the middle, but Chase gains ground on exit.
A great recovery by Chase Elliott. He missed turn 1 and the beginning of the S's that lap. That allowed Martin Truex Jr. to close in. He cannot make those mistakes. If he does, Martin Truex Jr. now is close enough to pounce on it. So the mistake that you just made into the corner that you're getting ready to come to, do not make it again. If you do, Martin Truex Jr. will take the lead from you.
2 laps to go, and Chase Elliott trying to join 4 others, or be a part of 4 that have got their first win at Watkins Glen. Steve Park, Marcus Ambrose, A.J. Allmendinger. They've done it. Can Chase Elliott finish it? 250 career wins for Hendrick Motorsport if he's able to win.
Hold your breath time at Watkins Glen. Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr. Now they are closer together. Put the separation at 2 car lengths. Elliott, Truex, they've left the field. This race comes down to these 2 drivers right now headed up the back straightaway.
Truex is definitely putting the pressure on in turns 1 and up through the S's, but this is Chase Elliott's into the racetrack. Look at Truex, makes a mistake right there and misses the exit of the inner loop. That is it. Right there, if Chase Elliott could just put together a lap and a half, he is going to win this race. Coming through the carousel to the corner exit. Chase is going to look in the mirror and see the distance to the 78. What a great feeling.
That's why we love racing, Junior. 2 guys going at it, forcing Truex Jr. into a mistake. You're right. Now the spotter's got to be telling him, hey, you got 5 car lengths. But he cannot take it too easy. You cannot relax. You still have to attack. But you have some room to back down just a little bit so you don't make a mistake.
And coming out onto the front stretch. The white flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. 7 turns. He just needs to do 7 turns perfectly at Watkins Glen to grab his first career win. He goes wide through turn 1. The 78 coming up. Closing the gap.
Fans jumping up and down, yelling, screaming, losing their minds here at Watkins Glen. Can Elliott hang on? He's back to 2 car lengths in front of Truex as they leave the S's for the final time.
Almost giving up the lead in turn 1, but he's now got another comfortable lead as he breaks into the inner loop. Martin Truex charges hard, trying to gain that ground back. No mistakes by either driver here, but Chase Elliott a cleaner corner. That's about 4 car lengths there through the carousel. Chase Elliott almost home free. Truex wide in the corner.
He looks to be in great shape, but the mistake that he made in 1 again cannot be replicated here in turn 6.
Truex is out of fuel.
Truex is out. Now Chase can just cruise to victory lane.
His spotter lets him know he's out of fuel. Chase Elliott comes out of turn number 7. The crowd roars. They're going to see for the first